there friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Huggy Wuggy as a smiling critter. So first we're going to start with the face on a diagonal. So on the right hand side we're going to start by drawing in a curved line from left to right for the bottom of the right eye. And then moving up above that we're going to create a nice big arch line connecting that down towards the side. Let's move up on a diagonal now and we're going to curve this line around and then up. And then on the outside we're going to arch this line around and then back down and in. To the right hand side of both eyes now, we're going to draw in a nice big oval. And then we'll do the same thing over on the left hand side. Now let's draw in our mouth. So coming over towards the top for the lip, we're going to curve this line up, down, and then in towards the middle. And then starting back on our center line now, we're going to curve this up and then down. Now from here, starting on the side, we're going to curve this line all the way around and then up on the right hand side. Let's move over towards the inside now. We're going to curve this line up, down, up, and then back over on the right hand side. And then we'll connect this together on the bottom with a nice big arch line from left to right. Now for the tongue in the middle, we're going to curve this line up and then over. And then starting back in the center, we're just going to curve that line back over towards the left. Now let's draw on the top of the head. So starting in the middle on a diagonal, we're going to curve this line up and then in on the right hand side. And then starting back on this line again, we're going to continue to curve this up and then back in on the left hand side. Moving underneath now, we're going to curve this line out and then back in. And then we'll replicate this over on the left hand side. Closing off the bottom of the face, now we're going to draw on the bow first in the center. So we're going to draw in a small circle in the middle. To the right of this, we're going to draw in a nice big arch line, bringing that back up. And then moving over on the left hand side, let's replicate that. Moving in towards the middle now, we're going to replicate that shape again one more time. And then we'll move over on the left hand side and do that one more time. Now for the bottom, we're going to curve this line down on the left hand side, ending that at the same height. And then we're just going to close this off with a straight line. We'll move over on the right hand side, curving two lines that come down again. And then closing those both off with a straight line. And now let's frame in the bottom of the head. So on the left hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then in towards the bow. And then we'll do the same thing on the right hand side, curving this line around and then back in. Now let's draw on the torso. So on the left hand side, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And then on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line out and then back in. From here, let's draw on the right arm behind. So up above, we're going to curve this line over. And then moving up above, we're just going to arch this line in towards the bow. Now from here behind this, we're going to arch this line around and then in. And then for our hand, we're just going to curve this line down. Now from here, we're going to draw in a zigzag pattern as we come all the way across towards the left hand side. And then we're going to end this by drawing in a diagonal line in towards the side of the body. Now let's draw on the pinky. So we're going to curve this line around and then up, and then we're going to arch this line in. Moving beside this, we're going to curve this line around and then in, and then one more time, just arching this around and then back up. Now let's draw in our legs. So on the right hand side, we're going to curve this line out. We'll do the same thing on the left hand side. Now from here, we're going to draw in a sideways triangle. And we'll do the same thing on the left-hand side, making that slightly smaller. And then moving down one more time, let's replicate that. Now on the left-hand side, we're going to arch this line all the way up and then down on the right. And then we're going to close this off on the bottom with a curved line from left to right. And then for the bottom of the foot, now we're just going to arch this line up and then back down. Now for the toes, we're just going to curve this line around and then up on both sides. And now let's draw in our left leg. So on the inside, we're going to curve this line out. We'll do the same thing on the left-hand side as well. On the inside now, we're going to bring this zigzag pattern down and then in. And then we're just going to bring in a small diagonal line on the top. Now for the foot on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a nice big oval. And then moving in towards the bottom, we're going to replicate that again, just making that smaller. And then now for the toes again, we're just going to curve this line around and then down from the top. On the left-hand side, now let's draw in our left arm. So on the top, we're going to curve a diagonal line that comes up. And then for the shoulder, we're just going to arch this line around and then in. On the left-hand side on the bottom now, we're going to curve this line out and across. We're going to curve this diagonal line in on both sides. And then now from here, we're just going to draw in 2 more diagonal lines that meet at a point in the center. For the hand, we're going to curve a small line that arches in. On the top, we're going to replicate that. And then again on the bottom. Now for the pinky, we're going to curve this line around and then in. Moving up, let's replicate that. And then one more time, we're going to arch this line around and then down. And then now let's draw in our thumb. So on the top, we're going to curve this line around and then in. And that is it. That's how you draw Huggy Wuggy as a smiling critter. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thanks so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.